and we'll look at it. Remember this morning I was telling everybody to bend from the hips, feel your upper body tilted over toward the ground, like the buttons on your shirt kind of point to the ground there. About halfway down. So halfway down is going to be, about 45 degrees with the angle of your spine right there, the angle of your back. Yours is a little bit taller, so you could get over it a little bit more. Yeah. It's not too bad though. If you were to go over a little more, bend from the hips, you'll actually feel your weight, your balance, go a little more over to your toes. Instead of, like I can tell right now, you're sitting in your heels a little too much.
Yeah.
To start with. Let's go on this side. This is the straight on view. Let's take a look at where you place the ball, which I think probably needs a little more work here. Let me draw a straight line up from the golf ball, and you're hitting a 7-iron, and your ball is closer to your right foot than the middle of your stance. That's kind of the middle. Look at his. That's the middle of his feet. Look at where his ball is. Forward of the middle, with his head behind the ball. That's where you want to put it with your irons there. Yeah. A little bit forward of the middle. Close to the middle, but a little forward probably. And your head behind the ball. All right? All right. And let's look at your swing here. This morning you were working on just staying level and not coming up. Yeah. The elevator that I was telling you. You go up, you go back and up with your upper body. Yeah. You come out of your posture. So you're kind of standing up straight. Yeah. And then you have to dive back down to the golf ball. Yeah. So you have to move back into it. If you just stay right there and just turn, it's going to be a lot easier to get the club right back to the ball. Let's look at your backswing. I think that on this first one you did a pretty good job of staying right there. Oh, thanks, Mike. You have a good swing.
Thank you. And
I'm going to draw a couple lines here that we call the swing plane or the slot. And that's where your club, basically it's boundary lines for where your club is going to stay within that shaded area. So we bring it up. You see your club is in that shaded area right there? That is pretty good.
His stayed in it the whole
His
time?
stayed in it, yeah. A little bit more, huh? And you're in it at the top, and then when you come down, this is pretty solid right here. You see your club falling right down the middle of that shaded area, right?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Compared to Nick Faldo, you're right on. Something I see what I saw outside, and I see in here too. Do you see his waist turning to the target? So his body's going to be turning through. It's much like throwing a ball. Like if you were to throw a ball, a pitcher in baseball. Yeah. A pitcher in baseball winds up, turns his body, and then lets it go. So when you're up at the top, you really want to get your hips turning through. Now look at what's going to happen if you did that. Right? He's twisting his lower body. Check out his right foot coming up and off the ground, and you see his right shoe, the whole bottom of his right shoe right there as he comes through.
I just want
You're
to make
just
a tiny
flat-footed.
comment real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
That is a big vibration line.
Yeah, did you see that? You hit the top of the ball, so watch it. You kind of hit the top of it right here. Yeah. Didn't quite get under it. So it took off real low. And then that was your first shot. Now check out this next one. This one I noticed that you came way up and away. Do you see that move right there?
Yeah.
Look at it. If I draw this line right here on your back, you want to stay right on that line with your back, right on that line, right in your posture. Well, you're going to make this big move up and away. Now your head's above that line.
Oh, yeah.
That was your old swing right there. Look at Nick Faldo.
His head just stayed right
Right under that line. He's right on it. And then when he comes down, then he's able just to turn his hips to the target. You have to really move down into it with your body. You're not really turning through it enough. And then now you scooped under it and it went really high.
Same thing with that.
But once again, yeah, not enough lower body. Now, and that's what I was talking about turning your belly button to the target.
Yeah.
I mean, belly button, waistline, hips, everything is going to be turning. All right, now, this is the straight on view that we looked at setup. We can look at your golf swing. What I like about your swing, what's really good about it, is that you start out with this nice, see Nick Faldo has like a Y right there?
A 90 degree.
Yep, and yours is a Y. You start out with a Y, and then you want to make sure you take that Y back and turn it into an L. That is excellent. Really good. Did you hear me talking about that?
About
Y to L?
Yeah, Y to L. You told me about
Outside.
that last time.
Oh, I did.
The first time, my first lesson on the well, it was just me and the
Oh, when you were chipping?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, when you were when you were trying to get it up in the air a little longer.
And you said Y to L.
Yeah. Look at that. That looks solid, huh? That's a really good backswing. Now, your lower body isn't really turning enough.
Except Nick Faldo, he just takes off. He just goes.
Yeah, his lower body's really turning through. And then watch what happens when he turns his lower body through. Everything turns through the ball and comes through.
Early.
Yeah, you stop because your waist isn't turning.
Yeah.
Your hips should start your downswing. So as you bring the club back to the top, you're up at the top. Now what starts the swing on the downswing is your hips coming down. You see I'm twisting my hips, and then everything else is going to come through.
Just takes off.
Yeah, so that's what we need to work on. That second one we can look at real quick. See that big move back and away? Wow, that was huge. That was a big move.
I tried to make it go really fast just to see what would.
Did you?
Yeah, I was trying to make it take off, so I guess it did.
You want to try to stay real level. I mean, every tour pro starts out behind the golf ball.
This one I started out all right. The ball was right in the middle, I think. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Who's this guy? Is this Tom Lehman? No. Look at his hips though, turning through. See how he just stays real level and just turns his shoulders back? And then
Takes off.
lower body's coming through. I don't know who that is.
I'm pretty sure it's in the neighborhood thing.
This is Grant Waite. He's a good player. Watch his swing. Watch him stay down. See how he stays real quiet with his posture? He just turns. You've made a big up and away.
Yeah.
See, if this foot comes off the ground, your whole body's going to come up. See how his left foot's still on the ground? You want to try to keep your lower body, your knees quiet on your backswing so you stay more in your posture. And then your legs can come through and waist turning through. And then you'll follow through all the way and face the target. What do you think? Pretty cool?
That is really awesome.